guys, Henry here, and this is my unboxing and initial impressions on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. In some other countries like India, this phone is known as the Camon 15 Pro, but they're exactly the same phone, exactly the same branding, and exactly the same packaging. And as you can see up front here on the box, it shows that this phone has a mechanized pop-up camera and full screen display. Is the mechanized pop-up camera worth it in 2020? Well, we're going to find out in this video. If you're not yet subscribed, do hit that subscribe button and also turn on notifications so you're notified when I put up new videos like this one. Let's begin. So while I take off the wraps here, I'm going to tell you some of the features that this phone comes with. You've got a phone with 6.6 inches full HD plus display. It's got 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 6 gigabytes of RAM. You've got 4000 milliamp hour battery in this one, and you've also got a phone that's running on Android 10. So taking out the box here, I'm going to set this aside for now. We have a compartment up the top of the box here, and in this compartment we have your 12 plus 1 month warranty card, and we got a TPU case that looks quite nice. You got a SIM ejector tool in that compartment as well. And next up in the box we have the Tecno Camon 15 Premier itself. I'm just going to take this out and set it aside for now. Next in the box we have the usual. We have a pair of earphones. We have a micro USB to USB-A charging cable. And we have a 10-watt charging brick, which is not a fast charger in any way. So that's all you get in the box. We'll be taking a look at the phone itself right now. Alright, so this is the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. I'm just going to take off the top wrapper here, and I think there's a screen protector already applied. Let's check that out real quick. So there's no screen protector pre-applied on this device. Let's turn to the back here and take off the wraps here. And I have the white variant here, and it looks quite good. I like the way it shimmers in the light, and with a phone like this with this color, you're not going to see any fingerprints on the back of your phone. Now you've got the vertically arranged camera module on the back of the device. You've got your fingerprint sensor here. There's a Tecno Camon branding on the back of the device here as well. Now up front we have the 6.6 inch full HD plus display. To the right we have your volume rockers and power button. To the left we have the same tray. To the bottom you have the speaker grills, we have the micro USB ports, we have your 3.5mm headphone port as well. And to the top of the device you have that pop-up camera module over there, which we'll be taking a look at later on. So that's it for physical features on this phone. Let's power on this boy and see what we have. So there you have it. You can see that full screen 6.6 inches full HD display there, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to enter my information on the phone right now, and I'll be back to give you my impressions on this device. So I've thrown in my details on this phone, I've logged in, and everything is set up, and we'll be starting this review with the first thing you can see on your screen right now, which is the software on this device. So let's head into settings here and see what this phone comes with. Now as you can see on your screen, this is a phone running on Android 10, and it's running on HiOS version 6.0.1. Full specifications on your screen right now, so if you'd like to see that, you can pause your screen at this point and read through those specifications. Now heading back to the main screen, you can see that this is pretty much the same way it looks on HiOS 5.0.2, I believe, and pretty much nothing has changed. Icons look the same. The wallpaper here looks okay. But some of the things I'd like to show you here is in the notification shade. Now Tecno has introduced a couple of new things, as you can see here. There's a game mode over here. As you can see, it's turned on. Again here you can see that we have a dark theme. This looks just pretty good. You can see how the dark theme here looks. Tecno has done a really good job in cleaning up on their settings here. Look at the settings page. Everything is dark. Everything looks good. So I'm really impressed with Tecno's version of HiOS in this phone. It looks good. Dark theme looks good, and everything just flows. So another thing you can see here is that it's got a screenshot button. You no longer have to press a combination of keys to take screenshots, so you can easily do that from your notification shade. You've also got eye care, you've got bike mode on this one, and then you've also got silent screen recording there. So That's it. Very clean software, good again. But one of the downsides of the software is that Tecno still includes a lot of bloatware. I mean, a ton of them. Really, by default, they should have turned these things off, and they should have put off all this bloatware. I mean, there's just a ton of them that I don't know what we use them for. That's by the side anyway, but it's a good software, and I like the implementation of the dark mode on this one. Alright, so let's take a look at how this phone performs. This phone comes with a MediaTek 6765 processor, which is a Helio P35 processor, and you've got a PowerVR GE 8320 GPU on this one. Again, I'd like to put out that the software on this version of my phone is not final software, so there might be a little bit of jankiness. But as you can see, apps open up quickly on this phone. Not the fastest anyway, but they open up quickly and they look okay. As you can see from the apps that I've opened, they follow the dark theme that I turned on this phone software. So if I turn that off again, as you can see over here, most of the apps should follow that as well. There you can see Instagram has turned white, and if I go into YouTube as well, YouTube is back to its white mode. Alright, let's take a look at how videos on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier look. I've started the video here and it's playing on 1080p, which is the highest resolution on this phone. And as you can see, pictures here look really crisp. I mean, pictures are vibrant, and I'm really loving the way the screen looks. As for viewing angles, well, not the greatest viewing angles out there. But again, when you're looking straight on, pictures look really very good. So let's try something else. Let's try another video, maybe a movie this time, to see how it handles dark areas. Okay guys, here I have Aquaman's trailer playing, and again, this is a movie that has some dark scenes, so you can see how it's handling it. It's not the deepest of black, being that this is an IPS LCD panel, but it's doing a good job. Picture quality looks great, and I absolutely love the way this thing looks. This is a good panel that Tecno has included in the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. So let's turn up the volume here to see what it sounds like. Again, those speakers are on the bottom here, so there's every opportunity to muffle the sound. And it's just a single down-firing speaker. So guys, that's it for video review on this device. Let's go to the next thing that you all would love to know, which is the cameras on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. Alright, let's take a look at the cameras on this phone, starting with the rear facing cameras. We have a quad camera setup here consisting of a 64 megapixel main wide angle, 32 megapixel ultra wide angle, a 5 megapixel depth sensing camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera. How do these cameras perform? Well, we're going to take a look at that very soon. So up front, we've got a 32 megapixel mechanized pop-up camera. As you can see, it has that really cool effect. Whenever you bring up or bring down the camera, I really love the way this thing looks. I mean, just playing with it, you can see different effects coming up. Well, let's see what the camera software is like on this phone. As you can see on your screen, we have 4 options here. This is the 1x zoom for your main wide angle camera. You have your ultra wide angle camera zoom here, which is about 123 degrees. You have the option for your macro shot, and then you have the option for a 2 times zoom over there. So you've also got the option to shoot in full 64 megapixel resolution, and you also got the option for HDR auto, or you can turn that off if you don't need it. Some of the shooting modes that we have here includes short video, the AI camera, which will automatically detect the scene you're in and take really good pictures. You've got the beauty mode, you've got the bokeh mode, you've got the super night mode, which is the first time we're seeing this on a Tecno camera, but we're going to be trying this out as well to see if the night mode here actually works fine. You've got your AR shots, you've got panorama, finally, to take a panorama shot. So these are the modes on these cameras. We're also going to be trying all of these modes out. Alright guys, so I've taken a couple of pictures with the Tecno Camon 15 Premier, and let me put it this way, this phone takes decent images that are usable and that most of the time will give you pleasing pictures. But there are times when you have blown out highlights, like the background getting blown out, especially when you're shooting pictures outside. You have a couple of times when the pictures, the sky gets blown out, like you can't see any details in the skyline, you can't see the clouds or any of that stuff. But in terms of indoor shots or shots where there's not too much brightness or not too much light, you get really good pictures that you'll be satisfied with. I also tried the macro mode, which you can see on your screen right now. I took a picture in macro mode of this car and it did a pretty good job, but the picture was just a bit grainy for my liking. Again, I believe that all of this can be tweaked via software. This is not the final software on my unit right now, so I'm expecting a better update when it comes to the macro shots. But that's not to say that this phone does not have a good camera system. I'm pretty much impressed with what Tecno has brought in with the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. Is way better than what they had in the Tecno Camon 12 and the 12 Pro, and you'd be pleased with what you get on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier. But again, this can be absolutely improved via software, and I'm hoping that Tecno actually releases those software updates. So in conclusion, how much would this phone cost you? Well, this phone will go for 95,000 Naira as announced by Tecno Nigeria. And what you're getting here is 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. You're also getting a 6.6-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD panel display. The software here is running on Android 10, which is a good thing, meaning that you are on the latest version of Android. On if this device will be upgraded in future, I have absolutely no idea. But 95,000 Naira for these specs is not bad in my opinion, and I think this is a device a lot of you would love to pick up out there. So thanks guys for watching. If you have any question on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier, you can leave them down in the comment section of this video. If you're not yet subscribed, again, hit that subscribe button to be a part of this channel. Hit the like and notification buttons to be notified when I put up new videos like this one. There will be more content on the Tecno Camon 15 Premier coming up in future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.